This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so hi everyone, this is Konar from KonarClasses, and we are going to start our second session on KVPY essay. As you see in the screen, uh, there is a link to join our WhatsApp group. That is bit.ly /KC underscore WhatsApp. So you can click there and be part of our WhatsApp group to get regular communication, to get all the video lectures what we discuss. So now let's start with the question today. So in yesterday we are done with till question number 7. And at the end of question number 7, few students asked for the next question so that they can solve by themselves this question. So this is the question. What you see, the number of solutions of sin x plus 2x power 1 plus sin 4x equal to 2 in the region minus pi to pi. Okay, so did anyone get a chance to solve this question? Those who was present in the last session. All right, so let me help you finding the solution. Okay, so first of all, if you see in trigonometric solution, okay, we all know about when trigonometric functions are given in forms of angle. Then we can find a general solution. But here, if you look into this thing, this is little different. So here it is, what we get is that first we get, sine 2x, and then we get sine 2x plus cos 2x. So let me write it down. It is sine 2x plus cos 2x power 1 plus sine 4x is equal to 2. So we need to do trigonometric simplification, and to perform this, what we can write, we write here sine 2x sorry, plus cos 2x power 1 plus sine 4x, we are writing it as 1. We can write it as sine square 2x plus cos square 2x, and sine 4x, as you know, sine 2 theta equal to 2 sine theta cos theta. So we can write sine 4x as 2 sine 2x into cos 2x is equal to 2. Now, if you look into this one, that sine 2x plus cos 2x power sine square 2x plus cos square 2x plus 2 sine 2x cos 2x. In the exponent, we can further simplify. We can write this implies it is sine 2x plus cos 2x power, it is sine 2x plus cos 2x power square, isn't it? I hope all of you are able to follow me very clearly. Any difficulty at any point of time, please do not hesitate to stop me, get it clarified, and then I'll proceed further. So here let us assume that let sine 2x plus cos 2x equal to t. Let sine 2x plus cos 2x is equal to t. If we give this equation as equation number 1, then sine 2x plus cos 2x equal to t, then from equation now from equation 1 we get the following. What we get? It is t power t square equal to 2, isn't it? And that is a equation in one variable. So if you solve this equation, you will get t equal to plus minus root 2. You can verify the solution as well. So this implies t is equal to plus minus root 2. So this implies what? This implies t is what? T is sine 2x plus cos 2x plus minus root 2. So that means sine 2x plus cos 2x is equal to plus minus root 2. So this has two solutions. So one is that sine 2x plus cos 2x equal to root 2, and other one is that sine 2x plus cos 2x is equal to minus root 2. So if we take sine 2x plus cos 2x is equal to root 2, and we get.
So how did you get t to the power square as
Very good.
2? How did you simplify that to t is equal to plus or minus root 2?
Correct. That is only by inspection. The question is good because there is no direct method of solving this equation. That if you say, first and foremost thing is that as it is a single variable t power t square, it has to be, and that is equal to 2, right hand side, should the t has to be some exponent of 2, correct? So now what happened is that the one way solving,
Okay, sir.
yeah, by means of logarithm, but I do not want you to take that route, because one thing is that, as I said few seconds back, is that whenever you see that t power t square equal to 2, that means t has to be some exponent of 2. Now the moment you have this understanding that it has to be some exponent of 2, it is better to go with some iterations. You make it 2 power 1, 2 power 1 by 2, 2 power 1 by 4, and you'll see that you are getting it. For example, here t is equal to 2 power 1 by 2. You put t equal to 2 power 1 by 2, you'll get it. Let me show you how we can get it. Okay, so for example, let me use a different color and see here if I write see t equal to, I'm writing t is equal to, I'm writing root 2. Then what we get from this equation? Root 2 power 2, correct? So that means root 2 power 2 means what? 2, and root 2 power 2 means again 2. We got it. And similarly, if we put t equal to minus root 2, then what do we get? Minus root 2 power minus root 2 sorry minus root 2 power 2. That means minus root 2 power, minus root 2 power 2 is what, 2? And minus root 2 power 2 again is equal to 2. So we see, say both for t equal to root 2 and t equal to minus root 2, we are able to find the solution. Is it correct? Do you understand very clearly? Okay. So now we get two equations, sin 2x plus cos 2x equal to root 2 and sin 2x plus cos 2x equal to minus root 2. Let us give this equation as equation number 2 and the other equation as equation number 3. Now from equation number 2, let's see what we can derive. From equation 2, we get sin 2x plus cos 2x is equal to root 2. Sin 2x plus cos 2x equal to root 2. So now as we see the sin 2x plus cos 2x equal to root 2, we get, we make this root 2 divided by both the sides. So we get sin 2x into 1 by root 2 plus cos 2x into 1 by root 2 is equal to 1. This implies, sin 2x into 1 by root 2 is equal to, you can write, so this is the style, always remember that whenever you get, right hand side root 2 or you get right hand side 2, okay, then always you need to think that, okay, whether you can make it in the form of a, sum of the sine or cos, angle. So angle with respect to 0, 30, 45, 60 and or 90. So you are able to get 45. So this is equal to sin 2x into sin pi by 4 plus sin 2x into sin pi by 4 plus cos 2x into cos pi by 4 is equal to 1. So now we know this is in the form of sine of a plus b. So that is equal to sine of 2x plus pi by 4, that is equal to 1. And if you remember the trigonometric equation formula that we know, and that is the formula for trigonometric equation, so that I am going to write you here, so that this will help you to understand that exactly what formula we are using. That is, there is a formula called, if sine theta equal to sine theta is equal to 1, this has a general solution, right? Theta equal to 4n plus 1 into pi by 2. 4n plus 1 into pi by 2, where n belongs to the set of integers. Now keeping this in mind, what we can write here is from this sin 2x plus pi by 4 equal to 1, from here we can write 2x plus pi by 4 is equal to 2x plus pi by 4 is equal to 4n plus 1 into pi by 2. So from here what we'll get, if we simplify further, we'll get 2x plus pi by 4 is equal to 4n into pi by 2 is equal to 2n pi plus pi by 2. This implies this implies 2x is equal to 2n pi plus pi by 2 minus pi by 4. That becomes, plus pi by 4 plus pi by 4. And this implies, x is equal to n pi plus pi by 8.
So I have a doubt. Isn't sin A sin B plus cos A cos B equals to cos A minus B?
Yeah, that also. Yeah. Okay. Very good.
So then how did you take it as sin 2x plus pi by 4 equals to 1?
Exactly. It is a good question. In fact, I actually did it not correct here. So what we can write is that instead of, what is your name, by the way? Aman?
Arshia.
Okay, Arsia.
Arshia.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
You made a very good, your observation is absolutely correct, and it has to be here, cos pi by 4. Thanks, very good. I appreciate. So it is cos pi by 4, and then it is sin pi by 4. I hope now you do not have any doubt, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, great. Now, yeah, sorry. Could you please speak out? Whoever the doubt, let me have a look into your question. Okay, Aman. I understood that you do not have a microphone. That's fine. Yeah, correct. Exactly, Aman. Yeah, the general equation you are using is for cos. Correct. Exactly. Your statement is correct. Now I correct. Now I correct it. Yeah. So now let's go back to our discussion. So think now n is a set of integers. As any set of integers, so first we will do, and we need to find the solution within the range minus pi to plus pi. We need to find all values of x. If you look into the question, let me go to the question, get back to the question once more. The number of solutions of sin 2x plus cos 2x power 1 plus sin 4x equal to 2 in closed interval minus pi to pi. As it is closed interval minus pi to pi, okay, so that means whatever the solutions we are going to find, it has to be between, x has to be between minus pi to pi. So let's see how we can achieve that one. Okay, so first what we'll do, first we'll put n is equal to 0 because set of integers so starts with 0. So if we put n is equal to 0, then what we get? We get x is equal to 0 into pi. X is equal to 0 into pi. We get x is equal to 0 into pi plus pi by 8, that is pi by 8. And pi by 8 is in between minus pi to plus pi, so this is an acceptable solution. Now let us put n equal to 1. If we put n equal to 1, we get x is equal to what? X is equal to pi plus pi by 8. Pi plus pi by 8 is more than pi. It is outside of the closed interval minus pi to pi. Hence, we should not consider this solution. So now it's coming n is equal to, as it is not working for n equal to 1, it is a general advice that you should not proceed with n equal to 2, 3, 4, etc. Okay, you should not. For any case, in any future, any question you get like this type, you should not proceed with n equal to 2, 3, 4 like that. So then now next alternate is that n equal to minus 1. For n equal to minus 1, what do you get? X is equal to minus pi plus
The general solution is not for sine, sir. It's
which one?
wrong.
Which one? Tell me please. Which
4n plus 1 times of pi by 2. It's
yeah,
the general solution.
for sine theta
It's
equal
not the general.
sine theta equal to 1. This has a general solution 4n plus 1 into pi by 2.
Okay.
I am not talking about sine theta equal to sine alpha. That is different. Sine theta equal to sine alpha, that has theta equal to n pi plus minus 1 power n into alpha. But there are some special cases like sine theta equal to 1. Sine theta equal to 1, this has a general solution 4n plus 1 into pi by 2. Sine theta equal to minus 1 has a general solution 4n minus 1 into pi by 2. Sine theta equal to 0 has a general solution theta equal to n pi. Okay, so these are the special cases apart from sine theta equal to sine alpha. Anyway, let's proceed further. So then what we get? So when we get n equal to minus 1, then we get x equal to minus pi plus pi by 8. And minus pi plus pi by 8 definitely is in between, it is in between minus pi to plus pi, because we know it is minus 7 pi by 8. And this is an acceptable solution. Then let's proceed for n. As n equal to minus 1 we get a success, then you should do for n equal to minus 2. For n equal to minus 2, we get n equal to minus 2, we get minus 2 pi plus pi by 8. And obviously, we no need to simplify further. We see this is, not in between the closed interval minus pi to plus pi. So this is not an acceptable solution. So now as we get a break at n equal to minus 2, that means there is no solution in between minus pi to plus pi. It is not required to proceed further with n equal to minus 3, minus 4, the way I explained for the positive integers. So what we see for, sine, yes, Bharat, you are correct. So for sine 2x plus cos 2x equal to root 2, we get two solution in between the closed interval minus pi to plus pi. Now let's see from equation 3 what we get. So let me derive that one, because this explanation will help you to solve the other problems also. So let me make a line here, and from equation 3 we get from equation 3 we get the same manner, sine 2x plus cos 2x is equal to minus root 2. This implies sine 2x into 1 by root 2 plus cos 2x into 1 by root 2 is equal to minus 1. The same manner, the way I did sine 2x, I can go a little fast here, because what we discussed, sine 2x into cos pi by 4 plus cos 2x into sine pi by 4 is equal to minus 1. This implies sine of 2x plus pi by 4 is equal to minus 1. Now here also we will apply a general solution. So generally the theory and what are the underlying background information I am writing in the blue color, so that you can make a easy reference, is that sine theta is equal to minus 1 has a solution. This implies theta equal to 4n minus 1 into pi by 2, where n belongs to the set of integers. So keeping this in mind, we get the solution here, like, you know, so from here what you can write is 2x plus pi by 4 is equal to 4n minus 1 into pi by 2. This implies so this implies 2x plus pi by 4 equal to 4n minus 1 into pi by 2. So this implies 2x is equal to 2x plus pi by 4 is equal to 2n pi minus pi by 2. So this implies 2x is equal to 2n pi minus 3 pi by 4. Now as x is equal to 2n pi minus 3 pi by 4, so here also this implies we can simplify it further. So x is equal to n pi minus 3 pi by 8. So here also we'll first apply n equal to 0. The way we did for the previous one, you can have a look into the previous one, that how we performed. So if we put n equal to if we put n equal to 0 first, so what we get x is equal to minus 3 pi by 8, and minus 3 pi by 8 is obviously between minus pi to plus pi, so this is an acceptable solution. Then let's put n equal to 1. If we put n equal to 1, we get x is equal to pi minus 3 pi by 8. It's 3 pi by 8. 3 pi by 8. And obviously pi minus 3 pi by 8 is equal to what? 5 pi by 8, which is in between minus pi to plus pi. This is an acceptable solution. As we get this thing, so then let's proceed for n equal to 2. And n equal to 2, we get x is equal to 2 pi minus 3 pi by 8. You no need to make any simplification. Definitely it is more than pi. So this is not an acceptable solution. So as you didn't get acceptable solution for n equal to 2, there is no point to proceed further with n equal to 3, 4 and other positive integers. So we should now come n equal to minus 1. For n equal to minus 1, what we get? X is equal to minus pi minus 3 pi by 8. Again, this is definitely less than minus pi, hence not belongs to the closed interval minus pi to plus pi. So this is also not an acceptable solution. So what we say, there are 4 acceptable solutions. This is pi by 8. What we get it here? This is pi by 8. Then minus 7 pi by 8. Then 3 pi by 8 and 5 pi by 8. So minus 3 pi by 8 and 5 pi by 8. So we see there are 4 solutions to this equation. Hence the correct option is D. So what we get is that D is the correct option. So I hope all of you understood. In case of any smallest doubt, never hesitate to ask me the same.
So such questions can only be answered by trying and checking DN value.
Yeah, but that you need to do very fast. I explained, so that's why, because there is no other way you can do it. There is no other optimized way to do it.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so we get the correct option as D. And this kind of question generally comes in JEE main as well. So whenever you see this type of thing, that you need to find the solution within a range, this is the procedure. Okay, now let's proceed.
Sir, may I know the general?
I'm sorry?
Yeah, I want to know the general solution for cos x equals 1.
Cos x equal to 1 general solution you want to know? Cos x equal to 1 has a general solution 2n pi.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Cos x equal to, as an additional information, I can tell you, cos x equal to minus 1 has a general solution 2n plus 1 into pi. In fact, as a alternate manner, you see that when I wrote that sine 2x into 1 by root 2 plus cos 2x into 1 by root 2 equal to 1, that also you can write cos 2x into cos pi by 4 plus sine 2x into sine pi by 4 equal to 1, isn't it? So that will gives you cos 2x minus pi by 4 equal to 1. And you can take that general solution for cos theta equal to 1 and you will get the same answer.
So,
Yep.
so where will I be able to get the notes, these notes that you just made?
So, this thing we discussed in details in our classroom coaching. We have,
Okay.
organized notes and we give point notes, study materials in details so that, I will appreciate, you can, visit to our center one day and to get it. Are you from Bangalore, by the way?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, okay, so you can have a okay. We will share the PDF, and you do one thing. You please WhatsApp me also in the group
Okay, sure.
for me, and I'll do the needful. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, great. So let's proceed to the next question. So this is also a very classical question. Pipe A and B can completely fill a water tank independently in 4 hours and 5 hours respectively. Uh, Pipe C can empty the field completely with water in 3 hours. Initially, the tank is empty and all the pipes are closed. Pipe A is opened at time t equal to 0 hours and pipe C is opened at the instant when the tank is exactly half filled with water. After that, you see the series of events. After that, pipe B is opened after pipe C, and at that instant when the tank is exactly 1/4 filled with water. So what happened here is that you need to find that how much time it will take, by to have the tank completely, filled. So A can fill. So what I will suggest you is that I give you 1 minute. You read the question by your own and understand what is the question has been asked. After 1 minute, I will also explain you the question followed by its solution. Okay, so the question says that there are 3 pipes. Pipe A can completely independently, means suppose pipe B and C are not in operation, pipe A can completely fill a water tank in 4 hours. Similarly, if only pipe B is running and pipe A and C are closed, then pipe B can completely fill the tank in 5 hours. Now think about, there is a completely filled up tank and only pipe C is operational. Means pipe C's task is what? To release the filled up water. And it can fill and empty. It can empty the completely filled up tank in 3 hours. So this is the mechanism of the three pipes. After that, what happens is that initially the tank is empty and all the pipes are closed. This is the initial condition. After that, what happened? Pipe A is opened at time instant t equal to 0. And so the moment pipe A is open, only pipe A is open, so what will happen? The tank is getting filled up. Now, the moment the pipe A is the moment the tank is half filled, the pipe C is also started becoming operational. That means what? What is the task of pipe C? To release water. That means at this moment, that pipe A is actually, pouring water and pipe C is releasing water. Fine. Then pipe B is opened after pipe C, and at the instant when the tank is exactly 1/4 filled with water. So after that, when the pipe A and C are operational, we see when the water is actually coming 1/4 filled with water, then pipe B is also joined pipe A to fill the tank, whereas pipe C is also operational to release the water. And in this situation, what will happen that both pipe A, pipe B are filling the tank, and pipe C is also operational, so it is releasing the water. So it will take time to fill the tank completely. So the question is that what is the total time taken to fill the tank completely, counting from t equal to 0 hours. T equal to 0 hours means from when the the pipe at the beginning of the pipes A start operating. I hope you get the question clearly. So now here I am going to discuss about the solution. So whenever this kind of problem comes like that, filling up a tank, or painting a wall, or completing a task, always you take that task as a one unit. The total work should be considered as one unit. So keeping this in mind, so here also we are considering what is our work here. What is our work is that to fill the empty tank. So here we are assuming that let the total work be 1 unit. So let the total work be 1 unit. Now as this is happening, the total work is 1 unit. What we are going to do is that now first pipe A is operational. So let's say that exactly there is a question is that how you can fill a I see a question that how can fill a tank, which is when when there is a pipe, it is open. So the point is that when the pipe is open, then another pipe is also open to to fill that tank. Now the rate of pouring water is more than is the rate of pouring water is more than the releasing the water. So that's why tank will get filled up. It will take some more time, but it will fill up. So to explain you the solution, graphically, I can make use of this, diagram here. So think about this is the, here I'm going to draw this one. So think initially, so if you consider this is the tank. So what happened? There is a pipe A. First pipe A is pouring water. Yes, Akshita, you are correct. So, it is pouring water here. That is pipe A. And pipe B, it is also pouring water. Okay. So, but pipe C, what happens? Pipe C is actually, releasing water. Means from here, through pipe C, the water is getting released. But the rate of, flow of water by A, okay, is and the B, if both are open, is more than C. So definitely, eventually the pipe, the tank will get filled up. Okay, but it will take time. As why it will take time? Because as pipe C is also open, which is releasing the water, but it will eventually get filled up. So now let's get back to the question. So let the total work be 1 unit and let the pipe A, B and C are open for let the pipes A, B and C are open at, yes, Devamash, it is correct, at X hours, Y hours and Z hours respectively. So now let's consider, first case is that pipe A is filled the water in 4 hours. So first pipe A is open. So let's consider the event. First event is that pipe A. As pipe A is open for 4 hours, so to get it filled by half filled, it will take 2 hours. So X is equal to 2. I hope you get it. Then pipe B is then pipe C is open, started operational. Then pipe C started operational. And pipe C's task is what? Pipe C's task is that pipe C is working opened at the instant when the tank is exactly half filled. That we already found that X is equal to 2. After that pipe B is open after pipe C pipe C is open at the instant when the tank is half filled with water. So pipe B is open after pipe C and at that time when the tank is 1/3 filled with water. As it is 1/3 filled with water, that means what? It is emptied by 1/4. And who is emptying it? It is emptied by the pipe C. Okay, so then what we are getting is that pipe C is for Z hours. So what we get? It is in Z by 3. That is the amount of water will be released, as it is the capacity of releasing water by pipe C is 3. So it is Z by 3. But at that time what happened? That is the releasing of water. But as pipe is also open in that 3 hours, okay, that portions of water will be poured. Okay, so let me explain you why I get X is equal to 2. Okay, so let me explain here. So what happened is that, so as we say that pipe A is open at X hours, so so what happened is that according to the first question, if you see first part of the question, pipe A is open at time t equal to 0 hours and pipe C is open at the instant when the tank is exactly half filled. Correct. It is exactly half filled. Half filled means what? For 1 unit is done. 1 unit is the entire what? So 1 unit is done in 4 hours. In 4 hours by pipe A. This implies what? Half unit. Half unit means the half of the work. No? So half unit is done in 2 hours by pipe A. So that is why no, C is not the correct answer. So X is equal to 2. Then what happened? As pipe C is emptying, so first Z by 3 is emptying, but at that time what happened is that Z by 4 is also there, because it is operational for Z hours. It is contributed by the pipe A to pour water. That means releasing of water is get reduced. So it will open for 1 by 4. Correct? And if you simplify, you will get, Z is equal to 3. So you will get Z is equal to 3. First we get X is equal to 2. And after that what happened, so after that what happened is that pipe B is started operational. So for pipe B, if you look into the question, for pipe B, it is happening like this. So it is pouring the, its capacity is 4 hours. So it is Y by 4. And in that time, in the Y hours, pipe A is also contributing to fill the water. So that is will be Y by 5. But in that Y hours, pipe C is also releasing the water. As its capacity is 3 hours, it is minus 1 by 3. That should be equal to what that should be equal to, as 1/4 is already filled, so then it should be 3/4. Only 3/4 is remain to get filled. And if you simplify, then you will get Y is equal to, let's simplify together. So this implies, LCM is 60. So here it is 15Y, then plus it will be 12Y, minus this is 20Y is equal to 3 by 4. So this implies we get 7Y by 60 is equal to 3 by 4. Yeah, Arshia, I will explain you about that, third one. So thing is that after pipe C is actually, if you look into the question, it is mentioned the pipe C, opened at the instant when the tank is exactly half filled with water. Then pipe C started releasing water. Pipe B is open after pipe C and the instant when the tank is exactly 1/4 filled. So now tank is 1/4 filled. At that moment, pipe B is opened. So now what is the task remaining then? Then task remaining is that 3 by 4 to be filled with that water. 1 by 4 is already filled. Now let's see how that 3 by 4 is contributed by different pipes. Now it is a time instant of Y hours. So in Y hours, how much water will be poured by pipe A is Y by 5. That's why this Y by 5 is there. That's why this Y by 5 here. That's why this Y by 5. That's why this Y by 5. And this Y hours, pipe A is also contributing. That is Y by 4. So Y by 4, Y by 5 is contributed in pouring water to the tank. But at the time, as pipe C is also open to release the water, so it will release Y by 3. But these two additions subtracted by Y by 3 has to be 3 by 4, because 1 by 4 was already filled up. So 3 by 4 has to be filled up. Arshia, did you get the point now? Okay, Arshia, yeah, okay, great, thank you. I got your answer over the chat. Yeah, so then what happened is that, so in that way we find that 7Y by, then after that you can make simplification, 4 will be here 15. Then in that way you will find Y is equal to 45 by 7. So all we need to find is that X plus Y plus Z. So now X plus Y plus Z is our answer x plus y plus z. If you make 2 plus 3 plus 45 by 7, that will become 5 plus 45 by 7, that is equal to 7. 35 plus 45, sorry, so that is equal to 80 by 7, and we get the correct option as A. And we sure, say Ganesh, I will explain. And we get correct option as, yeah. So Sri Ganesh, here is that pipe B. So once that pipe A and pipe C are done their task, then pipe C come into the picture. Pipe C, when pipe C is coming into the picture, sorry, pipe B is coming into the picture, pipe B is opened at what instant, at what situation? After pipe C and pipe A is already running, and the instant when the tank is exactly 1/4 filled with water. 1/4 filled with water means what? How many is remaining? How much is empty? 3/4. So that means that 3/4 has to be filled up, because that is our task. That is the 1 unit of task, to completely fill up the tank. Now for that we are running that entire activity for y hours. Now in y hours there are two pipes are adding water to the tank. These are pipe A and pipe B, and one pipe is releasing the water from the tank, that is pipe C. So now we know the performance, the capacity of pipe A. What is the capacity of pipe A? The capacity of pipe A is that it can fill the tank in 4 hours. So that means in y hours, what portion of the tank it can fill? Y/4. And in that y hour, how much portion of the water can be filled by pipe B? That is y/5. Why? Because the capacity of filling water by pipe B is 5 hours for to fill the entire tank, from empty tank to completely filled up tank. So in y hours it will fill y/5 part of that tank. So what we see, the water added by pipe A and pipe B for in y hours is y/4 and y/5 respectively. So jointly how much water they are contributing to add into the tank? It is y/4 plus y/5. Now the point is that in that y hours, pipe C is also operational, na? And what is the activity, what is the task of pipe C? Is to release the water. Now what is its capacity of releasing the water? It is its capacity of releasing the water is that it can release the completely filled up tank in 3 hours. That means in y hours it can empty the y/3 portion. Okay, so then what happened is that y/4 plus y/5 minus y/3 has to be 3/4, because 3/4 is the empty which has to be filled up, and from there we get the y equal to 45 by 7. I got another question, that how come z becomes 3? Okay, so the thing is that when pipe C is open at the instant when the tank is exactly half filled. Okay, thanks Ganesh, I got your confirmation. So what happened here is that pipe in z hours the activity is happening. Now the point is that who is released? 1/4 is you read the question. Initially the tank is empty and all the pipes are closed. Pipe A is open at the time when t equal to 0 hours, and pipe C is open at the instant when the tank is exactly half filled. Exactly half filled, right? So exactly half filled, then half filled is there. After that, pipe C open at the instant when the tank is exactly half filled. Pipe B is open after pipe C and the instant when the tank is exactly 1/4 filled with water. That means what? It has to be that z/3 is the empty one. How much water is getting empty by pipe C? It is z/3, because the operation that situation is run for z hours. Now in that Z hours, someone is also contributing to the tank to adding water. That is the pipe A. That is why Z by 4. But what is 1 by 4? In the right hand side, you see that this 1 by 4. This 1 by 4 is actually telling that how much water is actually getting emptied. So the water get emptied by pipe C Z by 3, and water added by pipe A in that Z hours is Z by 4 part. So that's why this subtraction is happening to find that how much tank is empty, 1 by 4. Okay, I hope you are able to understand now. Okay, so what I'll suggest you can also go through it, and in case of any further doubt, we can take it offline. We can take it offline and we can discuss further. So this is also a very good question. Next question. So here the question is, 3 boys A, B, and C. Okay, thanks, Bharat. Okay, thanks for your confirmation. Yeah. 3 boys A, B, and C start running at constant speed from the same point P along the circumference of a circular track. The speed of A, B. So as I read the question, we can have a visual representation. So here it is. So this is a circular track. Okay, now there are 3. This is the point P. We can assume this is point P, and 3 boys A, B, and C start running at constant speed. That means what? Here there are 3 boys A, then B, and C at the same point, starting point. They started. So A. So what happened is that A is running in this direction. B is also running in this direction. This is the direction of A and B. But C runs in the anti-clockwise. So that means this is the direction of C. So now they have different speed, but the speed is uniform, constant speed. Okay, just a minute. ABC. So according to the question, the speed of ABC are in the ratio 5:1:1. A and B run clockwise. Yeah, I think. Yeah. So someone asked a question. What is the question? Let me read the question. Just a minute. How? Okay, Bharat, could you please little elaborate your question? How means is that A and B are running in that clockwise direction? So that means what? It is clockwise means what? This is the way they are running, na? That is the clockwise direction. Options is not in hours, right? Yeah, exactly. That is the typo in the question. Exactly. So hours you ignore it for the time being. Yeah, you are correct. Yes, you are correct, Bharat. Absolutely correct. Yeah, we made it correct. Okay, so that is only the number. So the cards, it should be cards. So now this is the B. So this is A, this is B, and C is actually going in this direction. Okay, but they have different speed. What is the the ratio of their speed is 5:1:1. So I can write it here. So if the speed is 5x, here speed is x, and here speed is x. Each time, so now in this journey, in the entire running journey, A can meet B and A also meets C. Each time A meet B or C on the track, he gives them a card. What is the difference in the number of cards received by B and C if A distributes 30 3 cards at all. So here are the options. The first option we get is 3. Please ignore the hours. This is a typo at our end. It is 3, 7, 5 and 11. So this is a very classical question, very likely to come in KVPY, this kind of examination. So the first thing is that as A and B runs in the same direction, okay, for every 5 rounds completed by A, he will meet B 4 times because their ratio is 5:1. So if I write here, then as A and B runs in the same direction, as A and B runs in the same direction, for every 5 rounds completed by A, for every 5 rounds completed by A, he will meet B 4 times. And the similar logic, as A and C runs in the opposite direction, as A and C runs in the opposite direction, for every 5 rounds completed by A, he will meet C 6 times. For every 5 rounds, for every 5 rounds completed by A, he will meet C 6 times. So this is the situation what we understood. Now, how many cards A has distributed? 33. So let's first consider the first 5 rounds. So in the first 5 rounds, so what will happen in the first 5 rounds? So in the first 5 rounds, in the first 5 rounds, what is happening is that card distributed by A, cards distributed by A, to he distributed to whom? B and C. To he will distribute 4 cards to B and 6 cards to C, because of the logic as I explained. Okay, so I wanted to write this thing. So 6 card to C. Now it comes the second the second 5 rounds. In the second 5 rounds, what happened? In the Yeah, exactly. We can use relative velocity concept as well. In the second, yes, you can send me your solution, using relative velocity, and we can discuss further offline. So, curves distributed by A, the same thing, 4 to B and 6 to C. So how many cards has been distributed so far? 4 plus 6, 4 plus 6, it is 20. That means 13 more cards are left. That means there will be third, fifth round or 5 round also. So in the third 5 rounds, same thing, but still I am writing elaborately in the, so that you can answer similar questions, as asked in KVPY. In the third 5 rounds, what is happening is that cards distributed by someone is telling no, it is not a correct answer. Let me explain. It's not correct, by the way. Who said that 5 is not correct? Let's see. So okay, so card distributed. Yes, Saji. Saraswati, yep, you are correct. Very good. Appreciate your answer. Is 4B, 4 to B and 6 to C. So now 30 cards has been distributed. Okay. So after distribution of these 30 cards, so what happened in all together? How many cards has been distributed? Total 30 cards. Correct. After that, what happens? At this point, after distributing all these 30 cards, after distributing these 30 cards, they are in the same point again. They are in the same point again. So how many cards are left? There are 3 more cards left. So 3 more cards. So A needs to distribute 3 more cards. So A needs to distribute 3 cards. So for these 3 cards, so he will distribute, 1 card to B and 2 card to C. So if you amalgamate all these together, so we get finally we see B gets how many cards? Here 4, B gets 4 from the first 5 round, from the second 5 round 4, from the third 5 round 4, and for the another one is the last one is 1. So that is equal to 13 cards. And C gets, in the first 5 rounds, C gets 6, second 5 round 6, third 5 round 6, and fourth one is 2. Fourth one in the last round, last phase, it is 20. So the non-negative difference, that was the question, is that the question was what is the difference? Difference means obviously it has to be non-negative difference. The difference is 20 minus 13. So the difference we get So the difference in getting the cards, so we get the difference is 20 minus 13, that is equal to 7 cards, and the correct option is B. Okay. Okay, I hope you understood. Any question, please do let me know. Huh? Okay, so now let's proceed to the next question.
Sir,
Yeah, so Arshia, I see your question, that your question is it not necessary to take only 5 rounds? We can also take 4 rounds or 6, right? Now the point is that the thing is that if you read into the read in between the lines in the question, there are 33 cards has been distributed. 33 cards distributed. So we see in the first 5 round, why you take 5 rounds? That is a very valid question you can ask. If the question, if I can mold in the correct direction, it is that why it is 5 rounds, because the ratio of their uniform speeds is 5:1:1. That's why it is better to take 5 as a whole number, so that it can easy to get computed in the computation to make this conclusion, whatever I said here, that this kind of conclusion, that for every for every 5 rounds completed by A, he will meet B 4 times. Okay, you can take some
sir,
other rounds also, but then the computation could have been little difficult. Yeah, please. I think
sir,
someone
why is the difference written?
difference.
Why is the difference written in hard, sir,
Yeah, understood. That I said in the very
in
beginning.
options?
It is a typo. I already mentioned in the beginning. In fact, one student actually detected it. We also understood it is a typo. It is just ignore the hours in the options. Okay. All right. So now let's go to the next question. This is also a very great question to judge how great knowledge you possess on that angles related to polygons. So I will suggest you to spend couple of minutes to go through the question. And here also there is a typo in all the questions. We had a typo. Please ignore the hours. Huh? So please ignore the hours in the question 11 as well. And just for a sake of discuss, if you get in real examination this kind of typos, you should ignore it because it is out of context. Okay, so now here is the question. There is a diagram, and the question is, if all line segments are straight, okay, that is the presumption in the following figure, then the sum of the angles at the corners marked, you see there are, if I read in the clockwise, it is the A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. These corners, there are angles. So how to find the the sum of these angles? Okay, so here I am going to discuss the solution. So before that, you do have a very clear idea about what is the exterior angle and interior angle of a polygon. Uh, can someone please tell me what is exterior angle of a polygon? Who can say? No one? Okay. I can help you to understand what is interior angle and exterior angles of a polygon, so that you know that things will be clear. So here it is. So I'm going to draw a diagram and to explain you about that what is the interior angle and exterior angle of a polygon. So in a polygon, so there is a side discussion. So let me draw a polygon and explain you the stuff. So if you consider a polygon something like this, as the angle made by the side of the polygon in the plane exterior to it. Exactly, absolutely correct answer. Yeah, so I'm just going to replicate whatever you said, by means of, uh, uh, by the way, we have updated the options also, removing the hours. You can see it now. So this is a polygon. If I draw something like this, okay, so this is a polygon. So what is the interior angle? So let me show you the interior angle. Let me draw it in a different color. Okay, so this is an interior angle. This angle, what I marked in green, is called the interior angle. Okay, now what is exterior angle then? So let me draw in a different color to make it understandable. So here it is. So now suppose exterior angle to this one. So let's extend it. If we extend this side, sorry. If we extend this side, and then whatever the angle we get out of it, that is called the exterior angle. So this angle is known as exterior angle. And this concept we need to use for a side discussion. I can tell you these are the called vertices. So let me tell you few other terminologies here. So this point called vertex. This is called vertex. Obviously this is called side, and this what is joining the vertices is called diagonal. So now there are some theory, formula related to polygons. So which is relevant here, that I'm going to tell you. But how it is actually making sense with respect to this question? Okay, that I will tell you. So how it is actually making sense with respect to this question, because here also we get exterior angle. Okay, so here it is. I got a question. Just a minute. Let me have a look into. Yep. Yep. Yeah, your answer is correct. So now let's get back to the question. So always remember there is a formula: sum of all exterior angles is 360. So in sum of all exterior angles is equal to 360 degree. Now what happened is that if you look into this problem, so what we see is the sum of the angles of the 7 triangles. So there are 7 triangles, no? If you see, this is one triangle, this is one triangle, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, this is 6, and this is 7. So sum of all these triangles is that what? Sum of the angles of these 7 triangles is what? 7 into 180. So what I'm writing it here is the sum of the angles. Sum of the angles of all these 7 triangles is equal to what? 7 into 180 degree. 7 into 180 degree, if you multiply, you'll get 1260 degree. Now, after that, so what we need to do from there? How it is 7 into 180 is 1260? That's your question. I got a question. Yeah, sorry, 1260. Yeah, that's what I wrote, 1260, no? Yeah, thanks. Okay, great. Let's proceed. Now, what happened is that if you look into the diagram very carefully, okay, the base angles of the triangles are the exterior angles of the 7-sided polygon, isn't it? So the base angle is what? So if you look into, these are the base angles. This is the base angle, this is the base angle. This is nothing but an exterior, na? Right? If you look into this polygon, okay, so I got a question. So what is the sum of the angles of a triangle, of any single triangle? It is 180, and there are 7 such triangles, na, as I marked in the tick mark. So it will be 7 into 180. So 7 into 180 is equal to 1260. Now these are the base angles. So what are the base angles? Base angles of the triangle are the exterior angles of the 7-sided polygon. Okay, exterior. So here is one exterior angle. That's what, as we see, the exterior angle is what? One side you extend, and then what you get? Yeah, it is any polygon. It is any polygon. It no need to be a regular polygon. So so what we see is that the base angles of the triangle, the base angles of the triangle are the exterior angles, of the 7-sided polygon. So now we know the sum of the all exterior angles is 360. Now there are 2 exterior angles. So now sum of all these angles will be what? It will be 2 into 360, because if we consider this exterior angle, then this exterior angle, then this exterior angle, in that way if we proceed, then we will get 360. So now the sum of their sum will be what? So their sum of all interior angles of a polygon is n minus 2 into 10. Okay, n is the number of sides. Okay, so their sum. So someone asked a question related to, though it is not related to this in question specific, but it is the formula. Sum of all interior angles is n minus 2 into 180. So their sum, yeah, 540 is the correct answer. So their sum will be what? 2 into 360. 2 into 360 degree, that is equal to 720. Sorry, is equal to 720 degree. Okay. So now the sum of so now as we got 720 degree is the sum of all the base angles. So then what is the sum of all these angles of the vertex, angles at the vertices. So that means angle A plus angle B plus angle C, angle B plus angle C plus angle D plus angle E plus angle F plus angle G is equal to 1260 minus 720 degree, that is actually coming as 540 degree, and we get the correct option as C, and we get the correct option as C. So I hope all of you able to get that point. Exactly, correct. Yes, Bharat, your answer is correct. Your statement is correct. So what I will suggest you, so there are a few more questions left. So I'll suggest you to go through these questions, and in fact we'll share these questions with you, and I'll suggest you now rest of the 4 questions you solve by your own and do communicate with me directly with your solution. Okay, so yeah, we'll send you these questions in the WhatsApp, in our WhatsApp link. So those who have not registered to our WhatsApp link, please do the same. If you see in the screen, it is mentioned what is the WhatsApp link, and we'll share the remaining 4 questions. So what I'll suggest that you go through these questions, solve it, and do send me your scan copy of your solution. I will evaluate all these things and get back to you individually, and also we'll discuss in our next session. Our next session is on Wednesday at 9 p.m. So as Wednesday is coming on 8th August at 9 p.m. IST is our next online session. So we'll have every week 2 times. One is on Sunday 9 p.m. to 10:30 and Wednesday 9 p.m. to 10:30 to discuss all these problems in a very methodical manner. Any doubt at any point of time, please feel free to me, and tomorrow we'll be able to send you the recording of this explanation so that you can use it for your reference in future. We'll also send you the PDF file. Okay. Yeah, and as time goes by, we'll also speed up our explanation, because you'll also get familiar with this thing. Initially in a few classes we are going slowly so that all of you understand what we are saying, what I am saying, and what is your viewpoint as well. So as time goes by, in another few sessions we'll be speed up our processes and speed up our class lecture. But any point of bottom line is that any point of time, any help you need, never hesitate to contact me, to send me on WhatsApp. Okay, I am pretty busy, I know, but still I assure you that within 24 hours you will get a reply from me. Okay, so if you have any statement, any one of you have any statement, please feel free to me. Or if you do not have any statement, then we can close the session for today with your concept. So any statement if you have, please let me know. Yeah, Kanchan, which question? Yeah, absolutely. I can show you the question, and also we'll send you our WhatsApp. By tomorrow morning you'll get the questions over WhatsApp. But anyway, you can have a look into it. If you wish, you can have a look into it now. Okay. But anyway, we'll be sending you our WhatsApp as well. Okay. This is the 15th one, so you can look into 12th one. So anyway, I'm keeping all the questions one by one, so that we'll send it over. Over WhatsApp. We'll send it. So do not worry. Better to send it over WhatsApp. Yeah. So thank you very much. Again, we'll see you on Wednesday, 8th of August at 9 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Till then, do contact me for any clarification or any assistance you need. Thank you very much. Good night.